Welcome on back and gather around, gang. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 4. We are here for part 4 of our Thrones of Blood Ruined Travania campaign, where we can select our next Tome of Magic. And to show off the new stuff first, we're going to go ahead and pick up the Tome of Torment, which, Tier 3, Full Shadow, and it's going to give us a SPI called the Basilica of Lamentation, which is mana knowledge stability, and then mana knowledge per adjacent farm or forester. Counts as a conduit. Nice. We also get the Tormenting Projectiles, so ranged and magical attacks are going to deal... Well, do I say ranged? Physical and magical ranged attacks are going to inflict Torment, which is going to be anytime they use an ability, they take 8 frost damage, lose for a 4 morale, and then lose 1 stack of this effect. That can stack up to 5 times, and it completely counters Grace. This is a go-to if you need to deal with any of those obnoxious Grace-themed armies. Effects are, of course, increased for single-shot attacks, and this is going to affect a certain number of our lads in the army. Agonize is going to be a damage spell that is going to hit, dropping down 40 frost damage for all enemies in a 1-hex radius, and have a chance of giving them 3 stacks of torment. On failure, it just gives them 1 stack, so it's a guaranteed 1 stack, but sometimes you get 3, which is excellent. Painbound is a minor race transformation that's going to make it so anytime we get hit by an attack of any kind, we are going to gain 2 morale, and a random positive status effect. This is simply amazing. Lens of Anguish is a city structure that grants us more mana, more combat casting points, and then damage spells and depot spells apply 5 additional morale loss. So anything that is already applying morale is going to do more so, and if they don't, now they have that as an added effect. It can only be built in your throne city, so you only get 1 of these. Also, we have the Painbringer unit, which is the first mythic unit that is going to also be part of your racial unit. So they get all of your enchantments, all of your racial unit transformations. These have the opportunity to be one of the overall most powerful mythic units in the entire game, and they're quite strong too. They've got a Draining Strike here, which deals 20 damage per hit. That already is insane. That's 60 damage base, and it's going to steal hit points based on 50% of that damage dealt. They have Flanker because they're part of our squad too, so 25% on top of that. It's frankly ridiculous. They also have the Tormenting Lash as a ranged attack. They use their whip to strike out, dealing a combination of physical and frost damage. It inflicts torment, 4 of it to be exact. You also get a Shadow Step so you can teleport, and then they can snack on corpses because they're goats.
Make their bodies tremble with torment. For every inch they move, they will pay with grunts of agony. Let suffering drip like honey across their pulsing skin. Make them bow. Make them beg. Make them plead to their bringer of pain. And save some torment for yourself. For suffering is best inflicted when enjoyed firsthand.
Oh, hello there, Mavelith. They already did say that she was the author of the tome. And speaking of torment, I'm trying my best not to keep choking on the coffee that I got down the wrong pipe while we were listening for that to be done. So we are going to choose. I would love to get our minor race transformation going first. We don't have a city that is tier 4 yet. We have the mana. I'm going to go ahead and lock the Painbringer, and we're going to go ahead and grab Painbound now. Blood Fury Weapons is ready, and we barely have the mana to upkeep this, so we're going to go ahead and get that active. Even more blood as opposed to the blood that's flowing around the weapons. Bloody tips, bloody weapons. There's blood everywhere. And we can also bind Ancient Gold Wonders, which is great. At least we've unlocked the ability to research that spell. We don't need it yet, but soon. Alright, and that is the end of our turn. We've basically just moved everyone over into the Crystal Thicket. For any who may not have tuned in last time, we cleared out everything on the top portion here. There was infestations. That's all been dealt with. We finally kind of cleaned up our area, and now we are deciding who to declare war on and who to give the rose to. We're definitely going to be at war with the Archsire Slayer, but which of these other two, I'm going to leave that up to you all. Mavelith is the one that hates us the most, though, so she may make that choice for us. Turn 47 is upon us. We can create a new bounty, which I'm not doing. I don't need to give my resources to anyone else, thank you. Blood Meadow can pick itself up another province. That's perfect. I'm thinking we should acquire another quarry over here. We've excavated some... Oh, there's nothing here but some more food. And that does work. Gives us more thrall and more population at the same time. That all went to Blood Meadow, looks like. Yeah, it did indeed. But we need a lot of food to get to the next tier, so that's not going to be anytime soon. Vampire halls are almost done. And our market too. We are still negative, but it's just going to be the way things are. Oh, we could move down here and take out... So we have 2 of the new units here in this army. We've got both the new tier 5 mythic, the Blood Exarch, which just looks extremely intense. You got extra arms, you got flesh robes, and this thing has all sorts of bonuses that can be aggressively exploited to give you blood parasite. So we've got all sorts of just blood parasite on a 1-hex swing, dealing 22 damage a swing. We've got a lesser siphon, lets them hit you, and then I think... No, it just deals more damage for each unit tier of the target below 5, so it deals more damage to weaker targets. And then, so if you have like a tier 1 unit like this poor bat here, it's going to be taking a ton of extra damage. And then they've got the blood pool, so it drags you next to them, and it's a completely free use. And it does 11 damage, so you can drag you in and then hit you for 66. It's pretty scary. They also grant the Blood of the Exarch to friendlies for the tier 3 or higher unit gains the Blood, which is a passive that grants them 20% more damage, 10% critical hit chance, and 25% critical hit damage. That is an insane passive. We need these guys in our armies immediately. We also have the Painbringer, which we just showed off, and a bunch of other units we've already seen. Let's get to putting them down. And probably losing a lot of guys in the process. Oh, this is a low risk. Combat enchantment here is the Parasitic Contamination because there are the blood crystals. Let's go ahead and, let's fight it ourselves to see all the animations of these new units. Yeah, look at them. They've even got kind of a blood aura effect going too. They are gigantic. This is a elder vampire that's also kind of fused with an eldritch sovereign. They are a level of nasty that is almost unacceptable. They can shadow step. It's going to be tough to keep away from any of these units here. We just have to stay outside of the range of this, which is also very, very tough. Okay, so we'll have our Immortal zoom on round. I just want to leave the assassin there. We'll go ahead and eat these trees. That way we can try to get a buff to start. Gives us fortune. That's not a bad one at all. Bring everyone over. We could always eat the trees to get through faster, and it may not be a bad call. It says we can't eat these. It lies to you. We can do what we want. Yeah, I'll do these two. Because we're not going to come back here and use this as part of our defense. We're going to fight over here on this side. Didn't get any closer. Well, that's too bad. We at least get a buff. You guys too might as well come back, grab these trees that were being used as cover. They go for an over-the-top dodge roll while they're snacking on trees. That's funny. Alright, we'll go ahead and pass. Bring it on, demons. Has he granted the Blood Exarch passive to anyone? I don't think so. He'd do it to these Painbringers, which would make them a nightmare. Leaving the Painbringers back a bit is an interesting strategy. Getting in closer to the Exarch's gonna be bad. Oh, we can animate some flora to mess with them a little bit, though. This music is going crazy. Hang on now. What? You need to relax. I already have the music turned down so low, it doesn't matter. This just kicks into maximum overdrive. There we go. And maybe I can turn up the rest of the game a little bit. There. Let me know in the comments if the audio's off. I'm watching it as we go because I want to be able to turn it up kind of as loud as we can, but this music is it's insanely loud. There we go. That'll do. Can't quite teleport in. So yeah, no, I think we definitely want to use the animate flora to kind of draw them in. If we deploy it behind them, they're all going to turn around. If we deploy it in front of them, it's going to get shut down. It's going to get shut down either way, though, isn't it? Let's go right here. And then hit the mage. Oh, we got the constrict, too. That's perfect. That's 10 extra damage, and they can't move next turn. And then we'll go ahead and surround the Exarch if it chooses to come over here. Where can you use yours? You can't because you have to run. That's perfect. They just barely stayed at range, too. Spears to the front to try to draw them in on that side, and then our young Caustic Worm, which is probably not going to survive to adulthood. Listen. We'll try our best, but will he make it? Probably not. Oh, it would have been amazing to get constricting there, good grief. A little bit of the wiggle hands, that almost killed them. Dagger of the Right. The AI really doesn't know how to use your blood cultist. It always gets them killed. Give them a whip, some blood parasite, and some torment. Bats move on in there and get stabbed once. We need to get some Mortal Blessing going so we can heal them. Thankfully, they're down, so Mortal Blessing indeed. What a weird strategy. We're gonna move in and punch these bats. Trick them. That's right. Now we have to keep in mind, every time we use an ability, we're taking damage and we lose morale, so I'll show that off. You'll see we'll heal. We take the damage afterwards. Yeah, we take the damage afterwards and lose the morale. That's so cool. So I will sprint, take a little bit more damage. We drop even more morale. Can't quite do what I want. So we'll move to here. We want to keep that extra critical hit chance with the overwhelm tactics going. I'll apply the blood parasite to you there. Let's focus one of the targets down. Exarch's gonna heal too much. Let's make sure we kill at least one of the two elites. Let's run around behind here and smack these bats for a flank. Should have brought the worm up, but too late in the... And then we can blood parasite here. Turn them into a worm on our side. Mortal Blessing going. Go ahead and heal yourself after getting her hit 3 times. It's gonna stink. Oh well, here we are. Big heal and defense mode. Archers, let's go ahead and just launch. Well, let's go ahead and first take them out of guard mode with a quick smack. Immune to control loss. Oh, you know what isn't immune to control loss? This bat. So, we're gonna come over here with our lord. And then give them the old siphon blood. They still resisted it. That's fine. Chop here to take them out of defense mode. They lay single strike, and then we can teleport to a better position and shoot them thrice. Still, that's a lot of damage they're taking. We just get another flower on our side? Yeah, we do. Bring him around and have him punch this guy. No constricting this time, and turn. Bleeding has been removed and replaced with parasites. Oh, that swipe hurts. Well, our caustic worms are dead. Ah, then they get snacked upon. I was gonna try to hit them with the Death Waltz, and if I would have remembered, I would have last turn. That way we would have at least gotten them back at the end of this one. Keep the morale drop for everyone around him. Hasn't granted that blood to anyone, though, which is very useful for us. Well then, Assassin, we can pretty much take this unit out. A graze, really. Deathstalk. As long as we get a crit 8 kills, go for it. No crit this time. That does free us up to hit them with a charge strike. These things are tanky. Assassin strike there, kill them. 70 damage. Alright, well they are constricted at the very least. You're going nowhere. We can step back in it with some poison. Better than getting beat up. Around the outskirts here, snack on some trees, and then kill these worms. Or at least deal as much damage as possible. Not bad. Our other worms can come in and go for a kill on theirs. They detonate, spreading the plague. Let's go ahead and pick up the heals. And they just have to hold the line. Nothing else to be done there. No one gets any bleed yet. Just have you step up and finish the Painbringer. Try to. It's just you now, sir. And because I really actually, hang on, before I call that, he will basically kill with any kind of bonuses, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you Resurgence, so he'll come back with more health than you currently have, and we'll just stab in here. It does give it the wherewithal to do it at once next turn, but Constricted does stop that, doesn't it? Oh, he's a worm. Holy, that was a lot of damage. Get in there and constrict them. It didn't work. Other corpses have already been eaten. We can go in and charge strike here. It's a beefy unit. This floor in front of me. Can you do the same? No. I think it already doesn't exist, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and drop the Immerage bolts right here. Resistant to bleeding, so you think. We get hit with another one of those big attacks and we're in trouble. Going to risk it. Move all the way over here and snack on a corpse. Wormies snack on the ones that you became, and then we'll have you follow in the assassin. All the way around. For slice. Not enough damage. Kill this worm here, turn it into another worm on our side. Hopefully we can convince the Exarch to come after us here. We'll see. Yes, I prefer to stay back and not move forward just yet. Arrow's away. You were about to disappear. One more turn, so let's go ahead and give you the Death Waltz. And have you do some damage before you run. Constrict him. Nah, no such luck. So many heals in this guy. Oh no. I didn't realize you could use that every single turn. You are a monster. Continues to drop morale. We lost this guy like it was nothing. So can you use that every single turn? Siphon lesser and then... Wow. That's an issue. all in on killing this fool. Can't eat this unit because they're in the way. Good news is we can get a kill on their parasite here by going Scarlet Plague. Have the cultists come up and finish them, the Stalker. That grants them their attack again. Still gives everyone parasitic bloat. Blast them. Each of those should be a crit. There we go. We kind of have to keep his parasites down and out of the fight. The Immortal will come back. For setting up like this, he's going to turn a lot of the Garkais into parasites. Chop. Another detonation. Ooh, actually, hang on. Go back. Eat Z's corpse. And then start chopping. Okay, finally, we got into low morale for him. We might win. Now, we were going to win, but still, he was doing a ton of damage. I cannot wait until we can start fielding these. That is an army killer all by itself. Amazing. We would gain gold, mana, food, and some more mana. And the Frost Immunity Ring, completely immune to frost damage. Hello. Don't mind if I do. Well, let's go ahead now and... I guess we can start clearing this. We've got some more... fools starting to move up on our territory here. So depending on who we decide to get be at war with, we definitely need to start preparing up a proper force. We have been dragged down a little bit here, so let's get over here to this bridge in case anyone does want to fight. Bridge fight goes our way pretty well. Archers out. All of you in this one group. Oh. They can't make it. Well, such is the way. We've got more blood glass and a hero has a level up. Sao can now become an adept of nature, which gives him withering decay. Or adaptive vigor. Gain regeneration when hit by attack. Or we can start going into the adept of chaos, granting people more critical hit chance. It's even more critical hit chance. All units gain more damage on flanking attacks, which stacks Spirit Breaker Aura or Unholy Leader. We don't have any undead just yet, so the Unholy Leader is not that useful. I'm thinking Adept of Chaos here. And make the enemies less resistant to our effects. Blood Drain ignores defense, and now we're using it more for the steel effects. We're going to make it happen more often. Sao, you currently have a wind shield. What if you're just completely immune to frost damage? That seems amazing. Got some more blood glass. We're up to 2 of those, and as soon as we get our wizard tower up and away, we'll see how potent is how much more potent the effects are once you have a couple of them going. Beautiful time to march on Shardspar. Wouldn't mind one additional unit here. We've got the blood transfer ritual. Heal vampires for half their hit points and non-vampires for 20%. Cost you 2 thrall. That's pretty incredible. We're gonna go ahead and call in another wild animal though. Getting a Gore-Tusk Matriarch would be amazing, but it's very hard to get them up there. So let's go for another Vampire Spider. More bleed effects sound good. And then with this, do we have enough to attack? We at least have enough to threaten them, so let's move in. Pillage's improvement is only going to take 1 turn. This is going to attack us. We will have to deal with the Frost Dragon. It's fine. We'll be fine. Shardspar, you ready to die? We go for a raiding party, and we don't have the gold to construct any onagers, so we will instead... We just harass the defenders and make them take damage? Yeah, I think we do. Although I say that, they have Grace, so instead... Got catapult towers too, that's nasty. Let's go undermine the walls so we can try to get in faster. All of our matriarch units have demolishers so they can smash down the walls, so they can't keep us out for very long. There we go. Burning it with one, and then the rest can move in. They've got armies over here, but we can... That's actually a good opportunity for some level ups. We just need to go over here and deal with these guys first. In fact, can you... You'll be all by yourself. With 2 units... No, I don't think I like that fight. Even though it is just a bunch of piglets. Not a fight I like. Next turn. Day 48 is upon us. My domain has been invaded. She just keeps, she continues to step into our territory, which means we can sell those to her, or allows us to have a nice and justified war there eventually. As you can see here, it's finally up to a minor justification. Where the more justification you have, the more Imperium you get, and the less justification you have, or if it's like an unjustified war, you'll actually lose Imperium. Go ahead and stand on this so they don't have access. There's nothing else we can really put to the torch. We're too far away from one another. That's fine. We can go stand on this so they lose some of their growth too. I say we might as well. And this is one I think I'm going to go ahead and immediately turn into a city. And then we'll found this into a city as well. But we need to make sure we increase our city cap too. Got lots to do. Sanguine Valley can annex another province. Well, I wanted to start working its way down over here so we can get that 3rd province under our control. Market, 98 to rush, no thanks. Blood Valley is done though, that's awesome. Build something that doesn't cost us any gold is probably a good idea. Ooh, now do we have access to the spell that makes the land? Yeah, we do. It just takes a long time to trigger. Go for it. 3 turns is still enough for us to wait for that siege to kick in, too. We'll go Crypt Temple here. Use one of our embalmed sacrifices. Let's have you step forward to start the fight. That's one we should be able to auto-resolve. No one dies, lovely. So many resources on the win. So they cleared this one. Let's circle to going after the Crypt of the Deathless God. So you two join together. Is this the... Oh no, we can't build roads, but we can still use the rivers like roads, which works really well in our favor. Because all of that is just a blood river. Awesome. That's those grand halls. We don't have any more money right now. We've got to focus on our economy. Which the market is... It's getting there. I'm more tempted to rush it now. Everyone just wants to take our gold. Yeah, they do. Well then, Thorak, I have for you... an Arc Fire Orb, and you have... some gold works. Now we're still waiting. There's no reason to rush that. You're good as well. Confirm your movement. And the next turn. Day 49 is upon us, which means we're probably just going to wait one more turn after this siege kicks off so we can drop down the sunless terrain. We do now have a city here in Night Watch, which the Crystal Thicket, it will be great to pick up. I'm not going to do that just yet, though. We're going to go ahead and grab a... Let's zoom out. This Magic Material with a Forester. An Arcane Governor. Works for me. Each level renown is going to give us more goodies for conduits. Population will grant us more mana, and then 10% more mana total. We could have a better general, for sure. Oh, isn't this just the Desolation Chambers? I think it is. Archon Blood grants us extra casting points on the... Or this is Astral 2, isn't it? So it doesn't give us anything new. My domain has been invaded. It was such a good idea to pick up this spot here. Keep trespassing, fool. See what happens to you. A lot of baddies within the Dragon Lair. Night Watch has been found, and we've got a lot of gold coming in now. That is beautiful. Which means... more units. I wouldn't mind a Wild Speaker here. Be a really good pairing with pretty much all of our Druid Lords. Life Seed decaying. Yeah, let's grab a Wild Speaker. Work camp done, so we pick up the Lover's Spring over here for more Imperium gain, and 20 food whenever this does become a city, which it likely never will. Alright, that mark is done, which means I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Desolation Chambers now. Or Desecration. Either way, we're destroying the land, making it more fitting to the vampires. Along the Blood River we go. Oh shoot, we found it. All about you lies a blood moor, far, far older than any Elder Empire. The rancid air is stale and thick with decay. Rivers of blood seep down the great hill, leading towards a deep depression in the earth. There, in a misty corpse-ridden vale, you find a large, overgrown monument from antiquity. It appears to be an ancient sepulchre, or perhaps even a crypt. Yes, here lies the crypt of the Deathless God, though from a distance it shows no obvious entry. Better inspect it up close. We gain some knowledge. You get going. Let's see what's in here. We found some deeply red lads. Sage Presto Zolani. Ah, I see. You're the tomato sauce boys. We'll see you later. This long, shunned, and overgrown sepulchre was long ago erected to both entomb the Deathless God and to memorialize the creation of all vampire kind. Legend tells that a kingdom of roses once prospered on this hill, where one day two lovers met and ultimately bled to death. Through this unholy ordeal, the first vampire arose, who thereafter sired many more. Huh. Research post. Mana per research post. Gives you Shrieking Bats. Thralls are available. We get the Thrall's Sacrifice action on this structure, which becomes available to permanently gain plus 10 world map casting and combat casting points. Can you use it more than once? We'll find out together. Onward to the crypt. Meanwhile, just one turn before we can besiege you fools. Don't you worry, we'll get there. And then we go ahead and increase our city capacity. You know what, we're going to do this afterwards. We're going to take whatever penalty we get for absorbing a secondary city here that we just can't take control of, but we'll power through it and then get the Imperium to fix that issue. Looks good. We pass. Well, we're through at Shardspar. Desecration Chambers are done. Thinking we're about to have a flurry of attacks, but we're going to wait one more turn because I do want to turn the land into a sunless terrain first. Explore. Before you stands a grand, abandoned blood fountain memorial. It is built around a massive, elaborately inscribed stone slab which reads, "Two rose-torn lovers spilled blood and conceive a curse. A sunless land drenched in rivers of red. One broken heart conjured new lovers coerced. Never to be true lovers, but servants instead. 13 consorts neglected, pledged their blood here to immerse, and sealed thus their sire in perdition and dread." The last line reads, "In his body forever undying, but our memory hereafter unlived. May he rest in misery." Okay, they really don't like their Deathless God. So we have to clear the Blood Emperor's Rose Palace in order to get into the crypt, perhaps? Oh, no, they said you need the blood of them to get into the crypt. My domain has been invaded. We've got a breach available. We're going to wait 1 turn so we can turn the land sunless. All cities instantly gain 1 population. No, I must wait. They tried to throw me off there. Desecration chambers are in, those will start spreading even more Gothic terrain. Beautiful, and then we'll go ahead and wait just a minute. What can we build in Blood Meadow? It's way too much to rush, so Sanguine Valley it is instead. This is an incredible province improvement. I would like it to be somewhere besides this position, like right here would be amazing, so we may end up having to wait. This one will only ever give us 2. Yeah, we'll wait on the Basilica of Lamentation. It's a good one, but we'll wait. Next, we'll go ahead and pick up the Stronghold. Come join, we're going to clear out everything down to the south and get this one. There's no reason not to have it. Scout, come down, continue doing your job. Perhaps you stay there, and yeah, let's go back this way and start clearing things. Oh, would you look at that? We get attacked by a dragon. Let's see if auto... Man, that's a nasty fight. 2 frost dragons, 2 subjugators on Mammoth. They have bonus health. How much health do they have? 150. And then Pied Serpent, Frost Wyvern. Auto resolve, kill him. That is brutal, man. We gotta do better. They waited for the siege to be started. Mercenary animals. We see how it is. Trust me, we see how it is. Set you in the... Where'd my zombies at? Come back once. You stick right behind them. Nah, Death Guard, I want you back behind. I don't want them to try to target you unless they have no choice. Crabs. Portals running around the outside. Both of our blood mages. Let's clear the path for those spiders. Let them come on through. Yeah, we summon an extra spider, because these dragons can go a really long ways. In the forest, spread out a bit. I don't know if I want the Blood Matriarch to have its hatchling come on out just yet. Soon, though, soon. This looks good. Most of our units are fairly low tier, so we need them to come to us a bit. Just need to watch out for the breath attacks. Go. See, the longer it takes you to get over here and attack me, the more often I'm going to summon in some plants to get in your way. Nothing personal, just good business. That wyvern's going nowhere. And then I'll let you all make that choice as to where you're going next, because we can jump you no matter where it is. I still don't want to summon in the Matriarch's extra spiders yet. We'll have them be the pouncing attack next turn. We're just barely out of range. How lucky. I'm gonna do this. We can hit you with the parasite. Beautiful. That's another one we probably should have gone to for our own guy, but this will work for now. Nope, you come on back. Spears to the front here. Blood Cultist forward 1 space. Realize we want the crab up front to give everyone a little bit more defenses, and then you two can just step forward once. They've got plenty of choices, and none of them good. Alright, turn. Man, doubling up those breath attacks is crazy. They froze just about everyone, too. Everyone of importance, that is. For a big swing on our zombie. Teleports in, gets everyone nice and wet, kills the zombie. Unfortunately, those blood mages got caught. This is tough. Let's get you with the blood parasite. Spiders can't even get in close enough to do anything good. We're gonna lose the vampire hatchling, so I probably should hit with a death waltz. Froze them too, man. We got really unlucky. Net. That's an immobilized dragoon. Get him with a snipe. Yeah, we can. Go for it. We get our own guys a bit. That's fine. Go sit in the summons. Got some more poison on you. I really wish we had something to get him back to. Unfortunately, we just don't. My spider gang to get as close as I'd like. Can we get any acid spray that's going to do more harm than... Or they go more good rather than harm? And that is also no. Ouch. What a terrible position we got ourselves in. All those freezes were really bad for us here. Go, my summons, go! Problem here is we send these guys up, they hit this dragon, the dragon turns around and just more or less one-shots them. Give you animal kinship for more damage. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Get back here. Then just shield wall up. This is all kinds of unfortunate. How close is that to killing? We have no idea. Let's go ahead and bring up our serpent then. That choke point. You come up alongside. Probably best to go for a net through here. Since they've already used their breath attack, we'll just kind of try to do the same. It's good damage in the death stalk, but it's not good enough. Mole spiders. Go! And I'm gonna animate some more flora over here. Send it straight in to try to constrict this subjugator. It didn't work. Win some, you lose some. The big problem with the dragon is they can choose to hit wherever they want, so if they want to get to our back line, yeah, good grief. Which they're going to, and start killing units. So glad you're working with that city-state for no reason. So here comes in, hits our summon, kills them in one hit. Good, we got them constricted. Just hits our boss instead. Who thankfully is back. damage. You go to graze. Why not, right? Web through here. Do your best to constrict. I feel like you're going nowhere, bub. Yeah, they learned how to oblique order, didn't they? Like, can they get away without getting hit? The answer is kind of. Don't really want to absorb the retaliation with anything they can't. Summon spiders, your job is to come over here. It's not great damage, but it could be worse. Let's get in over here with the piggies. Deathstalker, you move around, and we can choose to kill you. Can we kill the dragon? Almost. Would you look at that? More spiders. Never to heal. Bite, bite, bite. Same thing. If we crit, it's a kill. We haven't been doing a good job of critical hitting, though. Javelin in. And that pretty much guarantees the kill. Yeah, pounce on a dragon. Alright, Mama Spider, you come on over here. First curse you, sir. Bat swarm, everyone. Nice little crypt blade. If it crits, we kill. Like, well, now it's definitely going to. Turn you into a zombie. Have the zombie. Oh, it has a maggot next to him too. That's incredible. Maybe the maggot came from the dead dragon. I hate my maggot's back. Zombies get munched on some mammoth hide. Like mammoth jerky. Draining bite here, get some heals, and turn this mammoth to our team. Man, that got spicy for a moment there. Big chunk, cancel your retaliation. Step over, give yourself the dagger of the right. And then yum yum eat 'em up. And blast. It's not over yet. And that's our turn. Health bars aren't down too far, which makes me happy. We did lose a unit or two, but the fact that they focus them mean instead of kind of spread the damage out means... Well, these poor piggies took some damage there, but... Slam whamma jam. Activate Draconic Rage, will you? Second win for some heals. Temporary heals of the corpse. We could raise dead, but I don't think that really matters. We'll just go ahead and pop down the Scarlet Plague here. Ah, resisted, huh? Tough cookie, you think you are. Well done, summon spiders. And now your morale breaks. That's too bad, doesn't it? We can steal your, Oh, it didn't quite work. I saw that it could retaliate just a little bit too late. Doesn't matter. Surround and destroy. Brains. Brains. Then we Deathstalk for the win. 50 damage. Oh, they didn't even They didn't even jump towards them, they just angrily shouted and they died. We lost just some spiders, that's entirely fine. Excuse me. Another one? Delvers of Secrets, the chairman of the Hungry Horned Ones, council comes before you, an ornate book in her hands. This, she says with pathos, is the legacy of the Hungry Horned Ones. In ages past, tribes, kingdoms, and entire realms have disappeared into the mists of time, their knowledge seemingly lost forever. But with great dedication and spellcraft, much of that which was forgotten could be rediscovered. Like runic messages carved deeply into hidden roots of the world, we have compiled a book of tutelage ready for transcription so that all Hungry Horned Ones may be guided to study the past. Oh wow, this race is dedicated to unraveling the secrets of the past. They make for keen scholars of ancient sites, but become restless when bound to their ordinary lives. So as long as you have an ancient wonder in your domain, you'll gain knowledge, but if you don't, you lose stability. That's fun. Desecration rituals ready. Your land suffers. As we now no longer do, we get to heal. Finally, a hero and our ruler has leveled up. Perfect. I think next we go ahead and give this another mind control. Having as many of those as possible is frankly busted. See, now we're moving on Char's bar, but let's get those level ups in. Bloodhorn up to rank 15. Well, now he becomes unyielding. Got a new hero, too. We'll get around to that. We'll get around to that. Not yet, though. Then development skills that we can't afford. Stolen Power will be so good. It's just going to be setting us way behind in terms of actually taking the city for ourselves, so we're not going to grab it. Pick up the Crystal Thicket now, and, well, the Desecration Chambers they're plodding along. Ever so slowly. Is the Morbid Sacrifice? We don't quite have enough, so we could get that going immediately. Nah, if anything, we can get more Wild Animal Summon. We'll get to the Breach of Char's bar, but first, we butcher these fools. A lease all on life. The Sun Priest and the other undead stare at your troops with fear and hunger in equal measure. I say death to these dead. It's just a Sun Priest, you better not lose anyone. I'll be deeply disappointed. You keep building the road round to the Shrieking Shrine. Excellent. In fact, you might as well come away and build the road yourself all the way over there. There it is. Then hopefully people can follow. At least a couple more steps. Roadwalk is so strong. The Crypt Temple is done, which makes me want the Basilica of Lamentation here. Granary for more growth, Arcane Institute for more knowledge. A bunch more food, or a bunch more. Let's go Lamentation. The people are sad. We should fix that. We need to put it, like, right here. So another one we need to wait until we have more population, which is going to take a little bit. So let's snag ourselves a... Soul Vault takes way too long. An Arcane Institute. Get digging. And then, we've got a siege battle to fight. Excuse me, game. It's funny. Accidentally walked in instead of trying to attack. There we go. Attack the settlement. A low-risk battle, it says. Yeah, you're in Sunless Domain now, sir. Which means you don't regenerate your health as fast. That's darn shame, isn't it? Auto Resolve says... But the Wyvern dies. Lose a lot. Now, I think we can do way better. Catapults will be dangerous, but we close the gap fast and send in the Matriarchs to tear the walls down. Let's see how many of them go down first. That's shields down entirely right there. More range that to shut down these towers would be nice. Let's go ahead and get maximum playback speed. Can I death pounce all the way up on the... Yes, you can. Here, if anything, we're going to sacrifice the likes of, like, the piglets. I'm going to try to bring most of our units around to this side, because it's, like I said, shields down. You, my dearest general, need to come over and snack on some trees. Second wind, and then can we hit with the parasite? Not yet, so we will not worry about that right now. I'll put bats here, and then the zombies in this position. You can go ahead and summon any of your friends. Try to use them to draw the enemy into bad positions, if we can. This attack force with... I say we just send this way. You move in, go ahead and give yourself that Mortal Blessing heal. It should just give you at least a nice chunky 20. No reason not to. Perfect. I do want one of the Blood Parasite lads on this side, though, so bring them round. Those four should be easily able to overwhelm that flank. We pass. Any trees behind them here I'm going to use against them. They'll be regenerating, but only at half rate. Love to see the focus on our bats. I didn't think you get catapults first turn. That seems... Oh, that's busted. Yeah, ouch. Final below there. We get Mortal Blessing, though, so... Who's the real victim? You are. Well, this also makes our first choice of spells way easier. That's going to be a Death Waltz. So move in and charge strike. Why, again, you can't reach the target. Why can they not attack the Caltrops? Huh. Guess not. Yeah, break those Caltrops so we can get through. And then I'm just going to go ahead and give you the Death Waltz immediately. Activates our Shadow Star Blades, and then you can go in and punch them in the face. Sniper shot's very unlikely to hit. So what if we try to steal that unit instead? Did it work? Fair enough. I'm thinking we hit the Deathstalk then. What's so cool about this unit is we can go and hit the walls and... Oh, come on now. I guess not. So you come on back then, Matriarch. I really want you to bleed. No thanks. Have the hatchling attack here. Get those Caltrops out of our way. Kind of obnoxious we have to do that. Summon in the spider up here. Just get ready. We're gonna keep baiting him into a bad attacks on their side. I can hit you with the Exsanguinate. And let it spread to the enemies too. That would be so incredibly useful. So move to here. We can then go for... the Blood Blight. Rip that across the enemies too. Pretty low chance to hit, unfortunately. Our Wyvern is just not going to be useful in this battle. Not for quite some time here. They resisted. Force the enemy to kind of move up into their own Caltrops if they want to attack us. Immune to bleeding. But you can still give it the blood parasite. Your grace has been removed. Acid spray, that wasn't the best use. I should have done it over here. Oh well. We'll use our normal melee attack. You jet stabbing through these caltrops. You're a summon. Go ahead and give these zombies that kinship. Looks good to me. Don't deploy everything, let them move in. Oh, I should have done the death waltz, that was my entire bad there. Or the death strike, or whatever it is. Let's hope you can get all the way through my summons before I reach you. There's their pounce. Alright. That means we send in the blood spider. Did slow them down so they won't be striking back. Deathstalk, not enough to kill, almost. It will be now. We can reuse it immediately too. Bad news is this thing's gonna attack us next turn. Such is the way. Weaken them here. That unit. We're gonna go ahead and slow. So no retaliations. Move up with that animal kinship and damage. That is a chunky immortal. Do they have... Hang on, now we've been fighting them with... Yeah, they've got Mortal Blessing too. The ultimate grind. Well, zombies, you don't have a lot of opportunities here. We also need to clear the way so our lord can get in and use his bite. Forward here. Let's go ahead and run in and go for the net. Immobilized and slowed, so we can full damage, no trouble. Of course, we're gonna chop through all that grace, though. Lots of work. One miss, one crit. Raise you. That's the bat. It came back. Sadly, can't get any good hemorrhage bolts. This judge is tanky. Apply more blood parasite is good. Kind of striking their elite. We cannot get through them though. Hemorrhage bolts. Really good accuracy on those. Stab the catapult. And we just keep moving in. Got a web here. Feels like a dangerous go, but No immobilization. Do we have any plants behind their walls we can turn into allies? Or no? Looks like the answer is a hefty no. Does anyone need a death waltz instead? No, I don't think so. Bring you across. I'm not thrilled for the catapults that are coming our way next turn, but that's simply the way. These are expensive. These grand protections, they can't be using these very often. Zapping down the matriarch there. I'm sorry, I was like, there's no way you get to do damage and not take any back. Catapult. He's gonna go ahead and run. That's an interesting interaction. You can switch places with the catapult? Oh, this is a brutal fight. We need our lord up into the middle of it, too. This thing is able to sit here and tank for days. 11 and 12. Yeah, this is almost impossible to get through. In there and deal some damage. There's not even any. You have to go way the back here to even get any floor to eat. Javelin in. Use the wyvern here. Kill this unit. Triggering more immortal blessing for everyone. Deathstalk in here. Spider can move in and start chopping through this catapult tower, finally. Just being willing to lose units is the thing here. Summon in the baby spider. Send in the baby spider to do some damage. Even if we apply them with more Scarlet Plague, they're a chunky bit. Just bleeding, but now they've got all the blood parasite they could ever want. We've got to get in a lot closer with our lord here. More blood parasite. Send in the resurrected bats. We sprint around into any good territory? No, doesn't look like it. That's too bad. Let's come back in then. 14 damage and a crit. Rather not have to bleed here, and then I'm thinking this snake is gonna have to go. A chance to hit. What's the morale on you looking? It's not going anywhere. Very staunch horse this is. Strike. Then we death waltz. honestly hilarious. And then it makes it immune to damage. Oh no, it pacifies us, so we can't do damage next turn. What a strong unit that is. Yeah, shot through that shield. You might as well Deathly Vitality to heal up. Then we'll send you, good sir. Go chase. This is Catapult. That's funny. Show your Scarlet Plague. And then we pass. Wait, hang on. Who needs to move? This Immortal, he's fine. Don't you worry about him. What makes this so extra salty is the fact that we know we're going to be fighting dragons when this battle's over. That goes here. Glad to see they're spreading things, but we don't even have to move their judge to kill my snake now. There's another pacification for our whole squad. Spin kick my bat like bullies. All of these corpses, though, we can bring back in due time. Which I'm going to. Your next turn. Alright, Petermus. What do we got? Just do the old chop. Hypnotic defense mode. Everyone just has massive health pools at this point, so... Tower falls. Let's send you back to go eat. Send you back to go eat. Baby Spider for the kill. Our Deathstalker can then find himself some new targets. Vibrant Fledgling, I'm gonna go ahead and send you straight in to just damage the tower. In retaliation, they will kill you. Blast there. Love to see the crit. Hemorrhage bolts just aren't doing that much. It'll kill here, allowing our bats to move up and go somewhere else. Then dropping down that parasite. How much health do you have left? 19. And 5 blood parasites. So really, if the bats bite you once, twice, thrice, they will then be able to kill you next turn. Nice. Alright, Matriarch, you're gonna step into the gap 2 now. No corpses to eat. Let's do some damage. So we need those corpses right now. Get closer to hit him with the curse, but if I go for this thing, any units killed get resurrected. Or corpses in the area also get resurrected, so we want to hit this on a couple units at the same time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get multiples. This is so hard to hit. Go for it. Low chance or not. Yeah, you know, we'll hit that, I guess, in a turn or two then. It's not worth it. Run up and curse this clown. And then hit him with the Crit Blade. Here's a free kill. Turns them into a zombie, or some maggots. I'm not gonna actually power the maggots up. We're gonna just send them immediately in. Boss Hog here can do the same. Steal these guys. It didn't work. Let me surprised. Death Waltz. And have him get back to it. I'm not even giving them the chance to take the next turn. That one dies. Oh, he goes steadfast. We can, yeah, I forget. You can eat the corpses of the catapults because that's a thing. Blood Mage, let's bring you up. Keep clapping or missing horrendously. That works too. Dead, but not. I don't think they care if units are in their area of control. They'll still fire. Them to the boss, and now everyone should try to kill them, I would suspect. Down with our wyvern. Mortal blessing again for all. Yeah, flanking strikes at the catapult towers are nasty. Love to see the fumbles there, and it's our turn. Let's get to work. Yes, you shall be gifted with the Scarlet Plague. Here you do the same and just damage. Death Stalk into same unit. And we just gotta give chase. Down and out. Orbs Gorge into damage. Blast. If anyone needs to get hit with retaliation, it's these little wormies, but they've chosen not to worry about them. Alright, there's your retaliation used, and the Matriarch can turn and do damage to you. Chronic Rage is active now. Let's imbue you with some Scarlet Plague. Hermit grabs for the win. Kill this. I should have moved back one. And Matriarch. Let's have you move around and catch this hero. Force them to use an ability to get away if they have any. Now get to eat whatever you're standing on top of and get to work on these fools. Getting through the massive health pool. And that's the hard part. Go ahead and blind you two while we're here. Race removed, blind and bleeding. Run behind them and hit them with a massive charge strike. Yes, but first we blood blight them. Allowing us then one more swing. 48 damage. Okay, so we're starting to see that morale drop. Finally. Does anyone need a death waltz? I think not. Well, actually, I lied. I think we'll use the Death Waltz on this bat, because it's going to go away anyway. Then use it to further drop your leadership for at least one more turn. Beautiful. And then we pass. Excuse me, pass the turn. And morale is very low. Just managed to stay in, which means these guys are all going to attack our glorious leader, or maybe not. Except for the spin kick on Bloodhorn. He can tank that all day. That's a good idea. They've realized they've lost. Time to deal some damage to the independent armies. Might be able to take me out. Although that was 52 damage, and it didn't even really change their health. Well, Spider, we know what we're doing with you. Time for another bit of webbed goodness here. They're immobilized. Baby Spider, you chase down this archer. Animal kinship is great. Flank and destroy. I mean, that should have broken spirits. Get him, maggot. Race removed, you're darn right. No courses to eat. Let's wait just a second on that one. Drop the webs through here. Still can't quite Deathstalk, but we can get a nice strike on them. Damage. Now they've got a Blood Parasite. It didn't quite work. Wolves Gorging. And then, you know, I would think I will send them after this squad of archers. I think they're clever. Web all the way through. It's too bad we can't get more than one kill here. One down, and they get to stick around for a turn. But this Guardian down. It will also go immune for a turn here. We'll have to come on over and survive the barrage from these catapults. The more of these units we Death Waltz to get them back with higher health when the battle's over, I say the better. Just bypass the whole, oh yeah, they don't have very much health issue here. Nice. You blew up a worm. And that was the only move they could have made without taking damage, so that's pretty impressive. Wormies need a snack. Softening them up for our Death Stalker. Skulls of the Skull Throne. They teleport away, as everyone in this squad's gonna do. They get one extra turn of life. Just Crypt Blade you real quick. Remove your extra turn of life. Neverlord. Yeah, they're pacified, we don't have to worry about that. Come over here and just charge strike these guys. That's another hero down. Are any of you really willing to keep fighting? One of the hits misses, but 24 damage a shot is fairly devastating. That looks to be the win to me. Morale's very low. I don't think anything else is really worth or going to be sticking around much longer. Yeah, there, Shellman Crab. Do the thing. Wait, are you alive still? No. No, sir. Making sniper shot. Miss and kill our own worms. I mean, that works for me. At least keeps it interesting. Alright, steadfast or not, they're dead next turn. Speed that up. And a glorious win for the Death Cult. A Death Cult grind, as you saw there. Brutal and extremely long-winded. We lose a Wyvern and a Snake. Completely acceptable losses and gain a heap of resources just for the win. An Enchanted Mask and a Ring of True Sight. Don't mind if I do, and then we will go ahead and migrate this to the Hungry Horned ones. Yes, we shall. Migration will kill the city's population. I think we'll deal with it. They should be my people. Blister Voidspawn has been captured. Well, guess where you're going, brother. Straight to the embalming table. Oh, someone can be snacked on. Sinise Voidspawn. Bloodhorn always needs more experience. Yum yum, eat 'em up. Wasn't quite enough for the next level up, though. Now, as Reinforced Ground's way better. Complete immunity to flanking. Now that is Charred Spar conquered. Might as well move on through here and kill this general too. Oh, just a singular Deathstalker. He's gone. Just inside the city so this thing can't attack us. We're now very evil. Would you look at that? And then these remains we'll go ahead and sell. There's our Wild Speaker, which will bring absolutely to join this crew here. Just remove one of the animals for a Wild Speaker in each of the armies. So do another Wild Speaker, we'll get 3 of them going. Mortalist is interesting too. For the other army. Yes, indeed. Stay here while this flips to our side, and then we'll go ahead and heal up for a couple turns, take out this Dragon's Lair, and move on. Day 52 is upon us, and you can see the dragon is retreating. It's not exactly sure what to do. Is it 2 dragons in this army? That's not nearly as scary as the one that came out of nowhere to attack us. There's also another hero over here to kill. Should we get there fast enough. Good, Painbound is done. So now we've got the Lens of Anguish, Agonize, or Painbringer. Which we'll go ahead and pick up the Painbringer now. All wild animals ready. Let's cast that here. Give you a Dread Spider Hatchling. These have been working out pretty well for us. His army's pretty good, so you step back. We'll join up for the fight in the Shrieking Shrine here. Same kind of wonder as the other one, so we'll explore this. Mavelith claims it. I don't think I care. Base out descends into the dark of the Shrieking Shrine and is welcomed by high-pitched shrieks bouncing off cavern walls. Shrieking bats spread by a deranged chaplain are the source of the shrieks. Your horrified hero witnesses how the chaplain offers his arms to the bats who willingly drink his blood. "Drink up, my pets," he cries through agony. "Drink, and I shall soon be an elder vampire." He then passes out from blood loss. We could just intimidate him. I'm a true vampire, you're just a pretender. Move. And we'll watch the replay, because I don't know if we've actually fought a battle in this one, in this tile set here, so you can at least see what it looks like. It's a cave filled with bloods of I guess rivers of blood leading to this altar here. And we can also see how well our team is commanded. They run around to eat a bunch of shrubs first. I mean, it can't be helped. They're goats, they're hungry. Cool thing is if these are your shrieking bat, if you have shrieking bats too, they do the same. Oh, well, they're all ranged troops, so closing the gap apparently wasn't that difficult. Blast throwing troops. Gets stabbed, gets a nice AoE here. AoE on that is nuts. Save the chaplain for last, just kill all his pets first. That in and of itself is pretty brutal. And then with low morale, he turns and runs. That makes sense. The deafening screeches that echoed through the shrieking shrine are silenced. Blood flows in the guano-coated cave floor. Some of the shrieking bat pups were spared from the slaughter. Baysal soon discovers that the delusions of the chaplain ran deeper than he previously thought. Moldy tomes and wall scribbles describe rituals and processes concerning vampirism and bat anatomy. Though the notion of shrieking bats transforming mortals into elder vampires remains preposterous, the experiments might yield valuable new insights. We copy his research results and... a shrieking bat mount. No, I'm just gonna keep this, scrape all the bat droppings to get some fertilizer. Is it nasty? Sure, but it also allows us to... oh, not quite expand over here. Almost, man. Almost. Oh, we just need maybe one more turn of that. Works for me. And now that that's currently expanding, we can go now also come in here and grab an additional city. That way when we migrate them in, there's no trouble. More food is always great. Of course, we've got more development skills. I don't worry about that right now. New bounties, and then provinces for Night Watch. You could use a farm. If we put the farm in a clever spot... no, there's no clever spot for it. And we'll just go ahead and put the farm in here where there's no real other options, and then we'll get a quarry down here. Sounds good. 2 to rush that. And then we need to quickly get into a Dreadspire. And then the tavern. Alright, everything's coming together. We spent a little bit more time building up and securing the area than I probably would normally like, but it's worked out. Turn and clear. You could reach, but it wouldn't be with everyone, so we'll just go together. Take out this squad. With a node. For us. Thank you kindly. Yes, Wild Spear, come join. We could use your druidic talents to further drop our upkeep. It's only costing 7 for them and 14 for our Dreadspire Matriarchs. No gold whatsoever. The blood transfer ritual is interesting, but let's get Painbound up and running. I think we could pretty easily take them, but man, that is so many zombies. There's so many dragons. You come on out. In fact, we could very easily take them. Safe battle. We might have to fight it ourselves. We'll see. Nope. Don't even have to. Well done there, Shellmet Crab. Back into Charge Bar. Excellent. From here, we will pass. Day 53 is upon us. 1 dragon, 2 subjugators. It's a bunch of white witches. The amount of freeze is gonna be insane. Another province from Blood Meadow. We'll pick up that Shrieking Shrine. Now we've got Shrieking Bats and the Thrall's Sacrifice, which will grant. Let's spin those Thrall. So is that permanent? Oh, no, so you know you can only use it one time. Shoot, now we're up to 90 world map casting points. That's pretty solid. Gold vein found. Sure. Keep digging. Dig a tonna, dig a tonna. Hold on over here, kill these. Whole squad of pigs. Pig herd. Clearing out the wild boar is an important task. I'll tell you that much. Now back over to get these cleared as well so we can actually utilize them. That's a whole 10 production and 10 gold that we weren't utilizing before. Wild Speaker, you are going to go up towards this other squad still. Yes. Alright. Any leftover gold we will spend. Want the deep crypts. Heroes can be resurrected in this domain. Vampires heal faster. The vivisection ritual. We definitely could use the soul forge for building better weapons. And we've got a lot of garbage weapons we could break down to make better. Mortalist, you go join this squad. And this will be our turn. Sweet. Day 54 is upon us, and we are no longer the keepers of the dominating vermin because they are vermin. That's a tranquility pool, though, so we now have extra knowledge and mana for every province improvement that has a mana or resource node under it. 200 here and 166 mana. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go take out some dragons. Area excavated. Can you dig here? Oh, we gotta turn back up and around. Alright, well, let's do that then. Spawn here. Oh yeah, I guess we do have an extra hero, don't we? Completely forgot about you. And a food shortage, huh? Sure nil. How do you have a food shortage? That doesn't make any sense. I'll give you a crypt temple so you're not so mad. Night Watch can get one too. But not yet. Let's go ahead and let's march on and take out this dragon lair. Low risk battle, it's a brutal one. We might have to fight it ourselves. Yeah, I'm content with losing one of those smaller units, but not the vampire matriarch too. Oh cool, they've got the dragon eggs all over the place. Do these hatch? Do something special? Or are they just aesthetic? Please tell me you can hit them and detonate them. Well, it says 1. What happens when they open? Nothing? Who knows? Sniper shot. Go for it. Hatchling, you go take up position. Just get in their face. Just get in their face. Tusk here. Mortal. Let's save the flora for our general here. Baby spiders, go. Bats right in. Yep, swarm up here. You drop off your hatchling as well. Sit them straight in. Anyone with the... Yeah, we can. Scarlet Plague for you, good sir. Alarms here. Scrap Hermit. With our Immortal moving up alongside. Can you get anyone? No, you can't. And that's just fine. Echo was resisted, that's too bad. Wild Speaker, you can conjure one or empower it. Let's come on over here and then conjure an animal right in front of you. We gain some Inferno Pups. Nice. So let's go ahead and hit you with... Oh, it doesn't actually get the other units I want. Okay, then. We'll just move up. Eat these trees. And prepare for a fight. And we pass. Dragon goes for a huge breath. Freezes nobody, thankfully. That's gonna hurt. Big's down. Freeze. Lands on the Vampire Matriarch. Well, it seems like we're gonna see exactly what happened on the auto-resolve. Power Strike. Goes way wide. They're already frozen. They're using a lot of their resources on them, which is good to see. Alright, fair enough. Just give you the Scarlet Plague then, enjoy. Sprint. Come on up here, eat this tree so it's out of your way. And then smack him. There's only one way for you to go, coward. And that's to the void. We'll go ahead and empower this hound here. Unleash the beast. And send them straight into the back line. Yes. These spiders are pretty majorly disrupting here. Keep weakening all units we can. Very concerned that you're gonna get taken out here. We go ahead and snack on this corpse. Beautiful, come back, and then drop the drain here, try to steal them. Mind control didn't quite work. Deathstalk crit. I could have only hoped. Didn't work this time, though. Please, web, please. Immobilized one, slow. Didn't slow what we needed. We didn't immobilize the dragon like I needed, though. Which means the Vamp Matriarch is definitely not long for this world. No, you've been slowed and immobilized. Whatever shall you do? It was a trick question. You shall die. Or we'll miss. Show your parasites. Get anyone with the raised dead? Nope. No, we cannot. So, come on, back round. We'll go Death Waltz on this, or it's doomed anyway, so I'd like to make sure we get them back when the battle's over. And we can run up and try to get another immobilize. That's just on the one unit, so not as good as it could be. Detonates when we get him back, and Mortal Blessing cascades across our line. That poor Immortal also. We'll have to return after the battle. Another freeze drops them, and they're making sure our poor full arms can't do anything. Hounds are down. That's more mortal blessing for us, though. What you perceive as a good thing is, turns out not. My turn. Step once. Double shot with hemorrhage bolts. Don't even need to. Give you some Scarlet Plague, sir. It's ma'am. Blast this one. Yes, enjoy your poison. That's coming up and disrupt the back line. We'll send our general in to do the same. He just can't quite reach. How lucky are you all? Raised up as zombies. More blessings. 1,000 twisted blessings. On disease flank, we can go ahead and snack on some delicious herbage and throw that javelin in. I say to kill you. Giant spider flag. They're basically Arachnarok spiders at this point. Being asked to kill dragons. Doesn't quite kill, that's too bad. Zombies in. Little spiders as well. Where's the worm at? All the way over here. Yeah, go ahead and snack on the corpse you're currently standing on. Need death bolts anywhere? Nope, we're good. Alright, proven wrong, you absolute... We had only one unit we could possibly kill, we're gonna do it. You gotta give... as salty as I'll get about it, you gotta give Triumph the credit for making their AI not... They do make silly mistakes sometimes, but they're pretty clever. Annoyingly so. If we would have cursed him, we probably would have killed him. The Bats of Doom. And now the final of just running them down. You get bolstered defense, huh? Impressive. Blood and Parasite, and they're all stuck in place now too. They're going nowhere. Alright, we'll turn around and go after this other side then. We missed to hit our guys. I think they can do that with each of our remaining spiders. They can just kind of one at a time kill them. That's really fairly dumb. Yeah, we don't quite have the ability to get in too close. That's unfortunate. Even these sniper shots here won't be enough. I'm gonna kill this one. Then get ready to block that retaliation, or is it too now? It's too late. We're already in guard mode. It should survive, even with a flank. Alright, well, who else? This decaying zombie up here. Everything in this top part we're not going to care about. They're not going to make it over here in time. I guess the spiders might. So Empowered Beast is going to give us Killing momentum, 2 strength, and 2 regeneration. Has to be right next to you. Not a bad go of there. They tried. Like a few more units on their way out. Hemorrhage bolts. It seems like they miss way more often than they have any right to. Run on up behind him, hit him in the back with a javelin. Somehow he just says ow. Doesn't quite kill him. Throws all units up front. That is so lucky. Got exactly what you needed, didn't you? Baby spiders do the chip damage. You might as well shoot him in the back. Just shoot him in the back. Anyone reach to help? Zombies can. They're already running anyway, so it doesn't matter. Good. Defense mode there. Kill this unit. Spread that morale drop even further. It ended up being a nasty battle, but we come out on top. Yeah, man, dragons, they're fun, aren't they? Zombies to get the retaliation, and I'm actually going to go for the death waltz on our assassin here. Well, that ends the battle, doesn't it? We don't get the opportunity when we lose one of our elite dread spiders. That's frustrating. Brutal lands of the assassin. Ooh, hello then. All sorts of good stuff. And that infestation's been cleared, so no more clowns being sent our way. And we should maybe even have enough gold to recruit ourselves an additional hero. We obviously want one of our goat friends here, so we've got an Industrious Warlock, a Nautical Elementalist, or a Battle Saint. Mordock the Lifebringer it is. Welcome, good sir. He's got Champion of Perseverance, the Hex Pact, and Transfer to Life. That'll work. And as far as units go, he actually looks pretty good for a Warlock, so we'll leave you exactly as is. You begin your journey with the Poison Orb, which is trash, so we'll give you instead Staff of the Steps for extra range. Warlocks are really more meant to have staves, but then he loses his horse, so let's give him the Frosty Orb of True Damage first. Accuracy Crown sounds good, and then a Chestplate of Vitality. Runed Leggings, a Bolt Bane. Extra health. Mordock's all set up. It's 2 skill points. I'm thinking Inspiring Killer and basic attacks heal randomly. That's pretty cool. Negative 10 morale every turn. Yeah, no, that's what we'd like to see. Our ruler has leveled up to rank 16, granting his final signature skill. We've got Supernatural Speed. Gives us very fast movement. All turn vampires have very fast movement when unmounted. If the other vampire has Profane Body Mastery, it gains critical hit chance instead, even when mounted. Cities all gain the ability to draft Rose Knights, and you conjure one too. Conjure a vampire, or a vampire spider matriarch. And then you're just gain a ton of damage. Or curse to undeath. Units with Soulbound sustained frost damage. What a tough call. Summoning in a Rose Knight sounds insanely useful. Oh, you get Ancient One no matter what. So either summon in a matriarch, or we just get one of these guys. Blood Blight now spreads to 4 enemy units. Oh wow, well, spread that Blight. I'm just gonna grab both of these. Summon the matriarch and extra health. Extra health and extra damage. Don't mind if I do. Alright, well, that's a maxed out vampire. Does he actually change what he look? I realize I didn't check. Do you change what you look like, sir? Surprisingly not. Maybe the elder vampires do. Or the ones that are not hybrids. Like, this goat is a hybrid vampire. No governor set. Well, Mordok, guess what? That's your job now. Mordok, you're gonna go ahead and join with this main army. Confirm those orders. You're gonna set up with secondary Kevin here. Yeah, we had our Mortalist going to join our land clearing squad. You big fight. Safe bat. We take more damage than I would like, but more experience siphoned on over to Bloodhorn, and then we attack these poor unfortunates as well. Excellent. Our land is clear of any kind of nonsense. Beautiful. She's got some squads over there deploying, but I'm not all that concerned. Throne of Blood. The Blood Moon Ritual. For the next 10 world map turns, vampires don't suffer sunlight weakness, gain extra regeneration, 20% damage, and resistance. That's oppressively strong. I think we'll go ahead and pick up the Basilica of Lamentation next. I know I said I wasn't because of this thing, wasn't I? Yes, unfortunate. Instead, though, we'll go ahead and pick up the Bountiful Fields. Beautiful. Soul Forge is done, so we can start building up weapons. Awesome. Well, if we come into our... Whoops. Come into our arsenal, then. We've got a lot I'd like to destroy. All of these orbs. Monster Slayer. I don't really like bows as much as rifles, so we'll go ahead and destroy that, too. I like this one. Destroy the Enchanted Mask. That's 750. We can at least make it tier 3. So if we take a look at our I'll build those up in between, and I'll show you what I make on our next episode here. Going underneath with Bloodhorn and clearing out that sanctuary is probably our next call. Alright, Scrapper Mate, you stay there on turn nil. Or work your way down there to start grabbing that food, either or. Alright, cool. Let's give it one more intern, and I think I've got... Oh, that's all the time I've got for today. Rush that for 36, and we can pick up the Grave Obelisk here for more stability. Stability's been a problem for a majority of our campaign here, except for at Blood Meadow itself. They're very happy here. Day 55 is upon us. Painbringer has been researched. Excellent. We just need a Town Hall up to tier 4, and next, Revels of Blood or Tormenting Projectiles. We can easily afford that. Let's lock this one and grab Tormenting Projectiles. Night Watch Kinetics of the province. Beautiful. And so we'll have it grab a mine up here. Area excavated. Well done. Well done indeed. Underground, we also get all of our bonuses. So it is best for vampires to start underground. I just thought that'd be a little bit honestly, a little bit boring. Heal quite a bit more under there. We'll leave you all on the surface and with this general. Grab the food. Mountain or coast terrain? There's no mountain terrain you're building that across. You're lying, Morgan. Ruins Peak. Build roads. Go around this way to the... It's worth it. Promise. To the food. You go join them, and then we'll move together to clear out these two. These two nodes. Yes, please. This also is fairly clear. Step forward once, and then we can have you each build roads different directions. Make it easier to get around down here. Excavate. There we are. Don't want to take on the Sleeper Sanctuary this turn. We'll do it next turn. I'll probably have the generals roll together to knock that out. Extra souls if obtainable. Alright, perfect. That is going to be all the time we've got for today. It is quite soon that we'll be marching on one of our enemies here, at least getting down to claim the Rose. So we'll start working that way, but we've got enemies surrounding us here and on the southwest as well, so we must keep an eye, or smash into this lady or him at all with all of our forces all at the same time. Just kind of maximum aggression will work out for us. Either or, thank you all so much for dropping on by today's Ruined Travania campaign. Almost forgot. If you enjoyed the video, please do remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub though, and I'll see you all in the next one.